What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another update Arsenal video. I was going to say live stream, but no live stream today, people, unfortunately, on this Friday. Very busy today. But I thought I would check in, get a pre-recorded video done as we look ahead to Arsenal versus Manchester United, or Manchester United versus Arsenal, as it is an away game at Old Trafford. OT, OT, there's never much love when we go OT. Are we going to get 3 points at Old Trafford this time, people? They're like an all-you-can-eat restaurant at the moment, Man United. Help yourself, and everybody's 3-point collecting. But we have had a difficult run when it comes to Man United at Old Trafford, man. Not an easy place for Arsenal to go. United always seem to find some sort of rhythm, or, you know, they put up a fight and make life difficult for us. But we need to be beating Man United. We owe Manchester United a little element of revenge. They knocked us out of the FA Cup earlier this season in a game that, let's be honest, man, they were down to 10 men. We should have beaten them. We weren't able to take advantage. But we have had a good week. We've beaten PSV 7-1. Pretty much secured qualification to the quarter-final against Real or Atletico Madrid. Manchester United played 48 hours later than Arsenal. Arsenal played Tuesday night. Man United played on Thursday night. They were away in Spain. They drew 1-1 with Real Sociedad. Ruben Amorim saying how his team looked tired in the last 20 minutes. They've got a few injury problems. Maguire, Ugarte, Kobbie Mainoo, Lisandro Martinez. Number of players who are injury doubts. And Arsenal need to take advantage. We know that because we've beaten PSV 7-1, we probably don't have to go full strength in midweek against PSV. So some of the players should get 7 days break, looking ahead to the Chelsea game, which is next weekend before the international break. A few bits of news to get into, people. Champions League team of the week this week. 2 Arsenal players were in that side. One of them, Captain Martin Odegaard, after his brilliant second half performance. 2 goals, 1 assist. The other was Jurriën Timber, absolute animal at right back. Could have potentially, I would have liked to have seen Ethan Nwaneri in there, but Rodrigo got it for his amazing goal that he scored against Atletico Madrid on that right-hand side for Real. So no arguments there, but 2 Arsenal players in the Champions League team of the week, and we want these players, we need these players to put in performances and certainly get recognised. So well done to those 2. Obviously, we revealed the news yesterday, and I spoke about it on the show with Dan Potts about the Kroenkes putting up season tickets for next season by another 5% after an 8% rise the season before, which means some tickets have gone up £150 a year in the last 12 months. I obviously gave you my opinion. Dan Potts gave you his opinion very well. And very disappointed with the club. You know, I understand that inflation and, you know, we're trying to buy players and things like that, but the Champions League money is going to be over 100 million with all the players that we sold in the summer. The fact the club didn't buy anybody in January, and they have to think as well, our owner is worth 18 billion. You're asking working class people to keep pumping money into this football club. Fans are the blood of any football club. And I just think the owners have let themselves down there. I really do. 18 merch releases this season, plus the China mugs that they brought out and the plates, £500, and this, that, the other. And you're going to demand more money. Listen, if you upgrade your phone and the contract price goes up, you accept it because the new phone's better. The better camera, the better software. Are Arsenal any better than they were last season? No, they're not. You didn't sign superstar players in the summer or in January. So why should the fans be paying when Arsenal are putting out statements saying, you know, the demand to try and win trophies and sign the best players? Well, you haven't won trophies in the last 5 years. And you're not signing blockbuster players. There ain't no Mbappes and Haalands and Musialas and Bellingham's playing for Arsenal. So I think they've read the room totally wrong there. But as I said, the Kroenkes, from a business point of view, will probably sit there and say this club is a masterclass for them, the amount of money that they make and the lack of pressure that they're put under by the fan base. So very disappointed with that. Interesting, actually, Manchester United will be protesting against their owners before the game against Arsenal this weekend, the supporters group called 1958 will be marching outside of Old Trafford towards their owners as how they feel their owners are killing their club. No state-of-the-art training ground, a stadium that's leaking. They've invested a lot of money in players but haven't hired the right sporting directors and things like that. And they're demanding a change at the football club despite a takeover of 12 months ago. Now, Arsenal are in a much better position, better training ground, stadiums in better shape, challenging for the league. But at the same time, no title for 21 years, no FA Cup for 5 years, no Champions League ever, no League Cup for over 30 years. And we're in a position in January where we're desperate for a striker and we bring nobody into the club. Some people will think it's over the top, but I think Arsenal fans should be putting a lot of pressure on these owners. Yeah, you've seen their American football team win the Super Bowl. You've seen their NBA team win the championship. Why have we not seen Arsenal win anything significant in the last 5 years? So I suppose that's a topic for another show. David Ornstein has been talking in the media for The Athletic. He did a Q&A. He was asked about links to a striker this summer. He said Arsenal will have done a significant amount of work on many options, and to my knowledge, none more so than Sesko. I mean, that doesn't, that's not the name I want to hear if I'm being totally honest. However, we'll give him a chance if we do sign him. He said that doesn't mean they're guaranteed to sign him because there is the Isak interest. And also, they are not the only club pursuing Sesko. There's a big story going around at the moment that Chelsea are very much looking at Sesko as well. And we know that Chelsea, they tend to throw the bag at players if they have an opportunity to sign them. So that will be interesting. He said, personally, I haven't heard about Ekatike or any other candidates being as high in the thinking as those two at this stage. But that can always change, of course. Obviously, there's players like Gyökeres and Osimhen who are going to be available this summer. I've given you my opinion multiple times. You guys let me know your opinion. To me, it should be Sesko, probably 4th or 5th on that list. I would rather sign Gyökeres. I would rather sign Isak. I would rather sign Osimhen ahead of Benjamin Sesko. However, the club seem to be fascinated by him. He's 6'5". He's 21 years of age. He's quick for a player of that height. They obviously feel there's a lot of potential. My only issue with that signing is it feels very much to me like a project signing. And I think the situation we're in at the moment, we should be looking for the ready-made real deal, which is somebody like Isak. But we know they'll have to break the bank. But, he's worth 18 billion, people. The owner is worth 18 billion. Go and pay 120 million for Isak if that's the missing piece that gets us the title. If Isak was in the Arsenal team this season, I think we'd probably be top of the league. Or we'd at least be within 2 or 3 points of Liverpool. That goal scorer has made the difference. And it made the difference last season. You put Isak or Gyökeres in our team last season, we win the Premier League, in my opinion. We were only 2 points behind Manchester City, but ifs, buts, and maybes, people. Just looking ahead briefly, and I will have a full preview out tomorrow. Arsenal against Manchester United at Old Trafford. How are Arsenal going to line up for this game? I'll be honest, I would be surprised if Arteta made any changes for this game. Maybe because of Lewis Skelly and the ill-discipline and the fact Calafiori came on and scored. Maybe he will go with Calafiori at left-back over Lewis Skelly. But I think there's a good chance he goes with the same 11. I think Reyes in goal. Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Lewis Skelly. Partey, Rice, Odegaard. And then you're looking at Trossard, Marino and Ethan Nwaneri. We don't have a lot of options anyway, so... But the only one I think he might consider is the left-back, just because Calafiori came on, played pretty well defensively and scored a really good goal. It's just defensively, in a lot of big games, Calafiori's been found wanting. So will he go for Lewis Skelly ahead of Calafiori? What would you guys do? Let me know in the comments. I think outside of that, I don't think there's any other position on the pitch that anybody's going to be arguing for. The midfield three picks itself. At the moment, that's our best front three. I don't think you're going to put Sterling or Butler or Deji in. and I think the team picks itself. But I really hope we beat Man United. As I said, I will have a full preview out tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to that game. Watch along on Sunday. That is a 4:30 kickoff, people. 4:30 kickoff. Looking forward to that. Make sure you tune in for the watch along. Hit the like button on this video. Subscribe to the channel as well. And I will see you all tomorrow, people. Take care of yourself and enjoy your Friday, people. Bless.